Hello everybody, my name is Minkaro and welcome back to Dirty Split. We're heading off to the casino. There we go. I wonder if I can still get into the...
And what about Rosalie?
Oh, good.
She's my mother.
Madame, monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
Yes, here we go. And I need the key up to the penthouse.
Could you have gaped any more?
Right, no, put the key away.
Would you sign?
What exactly?
Ah, okay, now we have to make a choice here, don't we? I think the written statement is probably the least suspicious.
Statement for your testimony.
Oh, well, of course.
Very good.
Thank you for...
Now let's take that back to Chi-Chi.
I saw the look you gave that girl at the Paradiso.
That girl was a guy, dear.
Madame, monsieur.
Oh, Rainbow Motel. I have the Sarong autograph. Is it? Maybe it is the right one. Okay.
Here, an autograph by Madame Ferrot herself.
Oh, it's her! Madame Ferrot's handwriting, my goddess!
Yes.
Oh, what a pity.
What is it?
That's not my name on the autograph. This isn't for me after all. Oh, woe is me. This surprise isn't half as good now.
Can I have a key?
Hello? Are you
I already...
I gotta go.
Ciao. Come back.
Okay, why hasn't he given me the key?
Hello?
Hi, darling.
I'd like...
It's not Mr.
It's an emergency.
We're all...
Is there any...
If you're talking... Chi-Chi?
I gotta go.
Ciao. Come back.
I think I've messed up here somewhere.
Hello.
Hello, Mr.
Could you...
I'd love to. Who should I make it out?
Chi-Chi.
Here you go.
I gotta...
Seal it.
Can I get,
Who is this Louise that's calling all the time?
She's my accountant.
Madame Ferrot to sign it again?
monsieur,
Probably not.
s'il vous plaît.
I think I've done that in the wrong order. Ah, it's not good, is it?
Where were you last night?
It was poker night with the guys.
Would you...
What exactly?
A written...
Oh,
Ah, okay, so I can do that. Okay.
Thank...
Now it's made out to
Who is this Louise that's
Chi-Chi.
calling all
Hopefully
the
this will
time?
work now.
She's my accountant.
Madame...
Ah, lucky there. If this still works.
Here.
Oh, with a... How on earth...
I'm afraid...
Oh, you... How can I ever repay
Ah,
you?
good.
I'm sorry. Why, sir...
Thanks.
And you're...
Yes. Gonna leave now. Now, room 36 is the one. Okay, let's put the key away and we can have a look around here. Oh, what's this?
That's a page from the brochure of Dr. Bedford's practice. It has the practice's address and phone number on it.
Okay, let's have a look into the suitcase.
If it was Dr. Bedford who posed as Mr. Lloyd, then he won't mind any more if I have a look inside. What have we here? Plane tickets from New York to Las Vegas, used 2 weeks ago. And a return ticket to New York, which is dated for next week. Business cards. Issued to Giorgio Castafiore, owner-manager of the Vava Voom Bar in New York City. I wonder what Dr. Bedford was doing in New York, and what is his connection to this Castafiore guy? I should fly to New York and follow the lead to the Vava Voom Bar. Oh, there's more here. A writing pad with the motel's own paper. I'll take that, too. Nothing important left in the suitcase.
Okay, let's just hover my mouse around. And let's try and have a look at that writing pad then. Oh, yes, here it is.
This is a writing pad from the Rainbow Motel. Exactly the same kind of paper that I found in Dr. Bedford's practice. The top sheet has been ripped off, but there are still traces of the writing's impression. They're too faint to be legible, though.
Right, I think we better go to New York.
I better have a look at... Maybe there I'll find...
Yes. Well, we're certainly racking up the air miles, aren't we? Okay, so we've got the... make a phone call.
I'll only call Mrs.
Okay. Let's head into the Vava room then. So look at this picture.
The picture shows two men. The one on the right looks like Dr. Bedford without his glasses. The caption reads, Joey and Uncle Johnny, 1958. Uncle Johnny?
Let's go and talk to the bartender then.
Hello.
What's your poison? Martini? Bloody Mary?
I'm not here for the drinks. I have a few questions.
Mm.
Do you know a Dr. Christopher Bedford?
Never heard of him.
Are you sure?
I don't remember every patron's name. And people don't exactly wear name tags around here. Our patrons don't talk much anyway. You might want to take a leaf out of their books.
Do you know a Giorgio Castafiore?
Joe, of course I know him.
What's your connection to him?
He's the owner of the Vava Voom. I'm the barkeeper at the Vava Voom. You do the math.
Can
I have to
we
go.
show him the picture of Bedford?
Do you recognize this man?
That's Joe.
Joe?
Joe Castafiore. He owns this bar.
Are you sure? Take another look.
Mister, of course I'm sure. You see the photo over there on the wall? That's Joe. What do you want from him anyway?
It's about a matter in a police investigation. I can't divulge any details at this point.
Okay,
The gentlemen are entranced by the young lady's performance.
can we talk to him?
I can't think of any reason to bother them.
What about her?
She's talented and scantily clad. A winning combination.
Right. I think we better go and make a phone call then.
Yeah, it's me, Leo. That cop just came around here. Joe's dead. Pretty sure, yeah. He had a photo of Joe with him. It looked like he'd been iced. Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, that's a thing.
I'll only call Mrs. Vanderbilt when I know more.
What? Right.
New York, New York. It's a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the Battery's down.
Okay, yeah, we're ready to go for the entire thing, Ben. Go to the airport. Maybe I should head back. Nah.
The picture shows two men. The caption, Uncle Joe.
We know that.
Hello.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Castafiore?
Haven't seen him in a while. Which is not unusual, seeing this Joe's hardly ever around anyway.
Doesn't he have to take care of the bar?
Sex sells. Business takes care of itself and not half-naked girls dancing around.
Where can Joe usually be found?
He travels a lot. Never know where. Listen, it's not my job to monitor his life. That's what he's got a wife for.
Do you know where I can find Mrs. Castafiore?
Over in Jersey. Newark, I think.
I have to go.
Okay, the plot thickens. Let's see if we can go there. Right, there was a fire hydrant.
Somebody made quite a mess here. Probably kids from the neighborhood who wanted to cool down a little.
There's a window. Look around at the...
The industrial area starts right behind the Castafiore's house. Either the Vavavoom bar doesn't generate enough money for them to move elsewhere, or the Castafiores have a soft spot for the background noise and the picturesque view.
Let's try the door.
Yeah, what is it?
Hello, Mrs. Castafiore. My name is Baxter.
So, what do you want?
I'm here because of your husband.
Joe, what's he done now?
There's no easy way to say this. I have reason to believe your husband is dead.
Nonsense. Nothing knocks that old bastard over. And you're not kidding me that easily. You need to come up with something better than that. Now scram.
What?
What a brutally honest young lady. And so polite.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, what is it?
I assure you that your husband is dead, Mrs. Castafiore. That's why I'm here. To ask you a couple of...
Pshaw, don't even start. Joe ain't dead. You'll have to prove it. I'll believe it when I see
We've
it.
got the photo, haven't
I
we?
have a...
Beat it.
Oh, where's that photo? There we
Hey,
go.
what's this all about? I don't want your stinking flyers. You can shove that where the sun don't shine.
Look closer at the picture, Mrs. Castafiore.
Joe? Is that Joe?
That's right. That's your husband. The police took this photo post-mortem.
So it is true. The old fool did get himself killed after all.
I have a couple of questions, if that's okay with you.
Aw, it doesn't matter now anyway. Come in.
Okay, we'll put the photo back. Right, let's have a look.
I don't search through other people's furniture just like that. Well, not often, anyway. At least not as long as Mrs. Castafiore is watching me. The cabinet is slightly bleached from the sun.
Okay. It's a TV program.
The TV guide for the next few weeks. I doubt it's better than the last one. Or that it'll ever be better.
What's that poster?
It's some player from the Yankees. The picture even has his autograph on it.
Yeah, Joe is nuts about all this baseball crap. How can anyone stand that stuff without being drunk?
Okay, I think we better talk to her.
You don't seem to be too bothered by your husband's death.
Aw, you know, basically, it's no surprise to me, and I've seen it coming for a long time. I just didn't think I'd learn about it this way. From a complete stranger.
What do you mean you've seen it coming?
Joe's as hot-headed as they come. The moron often got himself into the hugest messes. Most of the time, he barely managed to get out of them. This time, he apparently didn't. I always told him to keep his fingers off all this monkey business. You think he'd listen to me?
What monkey business?
Well, that's hardly a secret around here in this neighborhood. Joe takes on an assignment now and again from Uncle Johnny.
So it's a family business then?
Family? Heh. You could put it that way. Uncle Johnny ain't really Joey's uncle, of course. But they're all a part of the same honorable family.
Does that mean your husband was entangled in mafia activity?
Well, not exactly entangled. He used to run an errand here and there for Uncle Johnny. Good money. But nobody pays that kind of money if the work ain't dangerous somehow. So I tell him, Joey, I say, Joey, don't you see this ain't gonna work forever? And he just walks right out of here, that damn good-for-nothing stubborn fool.
What kind of errands?
Uncle Johnny is kind of a big shot over in New York. Belongs to some group of investors who put a pile of money on a couple of casinos down in Nevada. And Joe was something of a courier. Every couple of months he'd fly to Las Vegas to collect the casino's earnings. Always without attracting attention, so no one would get suspicious and greedy. He said he'd always store the money in a locker at the airport when he was there. Totally inconspicuous.
A locker at the airport, huh? So has anyone ever gotten greedy?
You bet. Not just once. Joe just can't shut his big yapper. He even got himself shot one time because some guy wanted to grab the money for himself. The damn fool. It all caught up with him after all. I told him 1,000 times. He just shrugged me off, the bastard.
When was the last time you saw your husband?
Couple of weeks ago. Maybe a month. Listen, I don't know exactly. It's not important to me anymore. The bastard had a different girl in every city and had been that way for a long time.
Then why did you marry him?
Good question. I can hardly remember myself what it was that attracted me to him in the first place. I should have listened to my mother. She always told me I deserved someone better.
Do you know a Dr. Christopher Bedford?
Nah. Should I?
Dr. Bedford looks like the spitting image of your husband. Do you know if Joe might have had a brother?
Nah. None that I know of. And I'm certain that no one from Joe's family has ever seen a college from the inside.
Could it be that Joe led a double life? Maybe his real name wasn't even Giorgio Castafiore.
Listen, mister. Just what are you trying to insinuate? Joe may be a scumbag, but he is and still remains Joe. If you want proof, look over there in the cabinet. All of Joe's papers are in there.
I have to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Grocery list, newspaper clippings, a diploma from a manicure studio. Aha! There's a birth certificate. Sure enough, Joe really is Joe. Or rather, Giorgio Antonio Castafiore. This is interesting. Joe had a twin brother. Identical, in fact. The twin brother's name isn't mentioned on here, but I bet his name today is Christopher Bedford. And I bet he's alive and kicking, too.
Okay, so let's head out the door. Right, well, I'm going to end this episode here, and we'll try and find out a bit more about this Christopher Bedford business in the next episode. Thank you for watching, take care, goodbye.